A very good morning to all the students. Today we are going to learn English 1, chapter 5, The Tiger's Claw. See, in this chapter, it tells us about the writer's encounter with a fierce tiger. And now let us begin with the chapter. Unit 5, The Tiger's Claw. See, here is one activity. Imagine the following situation. Write down what you would do. Share your points with your teachers and classmates. See, the answers might differ from each other, and whatever you feel when this in this circumstance, you have to write it. First one is you are sitting in the garden on a bench watching the children playing. You look up and this is what you see. See what I see over there? It's a snake, and with the snake is raised with his hood. See, as soon as I see a snake with a raised hood, I have a strong feeling to run away. And I too am too afraid of the snake, so I will scream and I will run away. And the children who are playing also, they will also run away from there. The snake starts following me, and suddenly a thought strike in my mind, and I climb up the nearest tree. And in the second one, it is you are bending and looking under the bed, helping your grandfather find his sandals. This is what just jumps over your hand. See what is that? That is a mouse, rat. I get startled at the rat jumps over my hand, and soon I follow it. I try to find out where it has gone, and I take up a stick and I take a stick and knock with it and here and there, and it comes out and I want to drive it out of my house. The third one, you are washing your hands. Suddenly, a large number of cockroaches come out of the drain. See, in this case, I don't get scared because I know the cockroaches. I know that cockroaches are harmless. So I bring a bucket with a lid and a little large cloth, and I suddenly cover them with a cloth and pick them and keep them outside of my house. And if case one or two escape, I would chase them and pick them and drop them in the bucket and throw them outside. You are alone at home and you hear the door creak and see him. If I'm alone and from the gap in the door, if I see a thief, I would be very alert. I will not be scared. I will check thoroughly that entrance to my house is closed properly, and then soon I will ring up my neighbor so that they can help me, and or else I will call to policeman. In the activity 2, The Tiger's Claw, part 1. Now I'll read it and explain you accordingly. I opened my eyes and saw at the door a tiger pushing himself. It was muddled movement. See, muddled movement was confused. See what the writer says over here. When he opened his eyes and saw what he saw at the door, a tiger was pushing himself, and it was a muddled moment, it was a confused moment for me, not being sure whether the dream was continuing or whether I was awake. What he say over here, that I was not sure that am I dreaming or is it real or I'm awake. It's a real tiger in front there. I at first thought it was my friend. See, first of all, what he thought, it might be his friend, the station master who was coming in, his friend who was a station master who might be coming in. But my dream had fully prepared my mind. See, in his dream he was being prepared. So I saw the things clearly against the starlit. Starlit means it was shining like a star. The shining with the light of star. It was shining starlit sky, tail wagging. His tail was wagging, growling, and above all this thing, a terrible eyes gleaming through. See, wagging means what? It was moving side by side. He was moving his tail side by side. And growling means what? It was making a loud sound with anger. And gleaming means his eyes were gleaming, it was shining with a pale clear light, it was through the dark. I understood the fertilizer company would have to manage without my lectures from the following day. See what he was thinking. All this thing came in my mind, in his mind, that I understood the fertilizer company, that he was working in the fertilizer company, that they have to manage without my lecture also from the following days, from the day, that day. And the tiger himself was rather startled, and startled means was he was a tiger who was, he was also surprised suddenly, that shook him or frightened, and stood hesitatingly, and he was standing over there, and he saw me quite clear in my corner, and that tiger saw me that I was in a corner, and he seemed to be telling himself what he seemed. He felt that he was telling him something. My dinner is dead ready, but let me first know what this clattering noise is about. See what he says over here, that tiger might be thinking or saying to him that my dinner is ready, that he is the dinner for the tiger, but let him first know that this clattering means knocking together. Something was knocking and making a loud sound. That noise is what about it. The second one is, somehow wild animals are less afraid of being than they are pieces of furniture. See what is said over here. That's somehow these wild animals are there, na, they are less afraid of beings, means of human beings, and then they are of pieces of furniture, and the pieces of furniture rather than that, like chair and table, they are afraid of that. I have seen circus men. Then he imagines about, he thinks of a circus man over here managing a whole menagerie. Menagerie means what he is collecting, all collection of all wild animals, with nothing more than a chair. See, is there a chair is there? And God gives us such recollection in order to save us. See, all this recollection comes in our mind, and God is saving us, is giving all the this all things was coming in his mind to save us at a critical moment, at such a critical moment, that a serious dangerous moment, all this was collecting in his mind. And as the tiger stood observing me, and when the tiger was standing over there observing him and watching the chair, I put out my hands. See what he did when he was watching over there and what the tiger was looking, he pushed out. The tiger stood over there and observing him and is watching the chair, and he put out his hand, and with desperate strength. See, desperate means he tried when everything else will be failed, and he pulled out the strength, drew the table towards me, and he took the table towards him. And also the stool, and the stool which was over there, he took the table and the stool over there. I sat with my back to the corner. Then he set the back to the corner. The table wedged in nicely with the corner, and the table was being properly wedged, was kept properly in the corner. Wedge means that was put properly, or squeezed something tightly in the narrow space which was there, and it was being in, or in and that gap it was being fitted properly. I sat under it, and the stool walled up another side. See, then he sat over there under that, and the stool was also there. He walled up to the other side. He kept that. While I dragged the table down, when he dragged that, then he pulled down this table with lot of efforts. He has done this because in front the tiger was there. A lot of things fell off it, and the things which were on the table, that all fell down. A table lamp, it was a long knife, and pins were there, that everything that fell down. And from my shelter, from the shelter from where he was hiding, I peeped at the tiger, who was also watching me. See, then from there he peeped the tiger, and the tiger was also watching him with interest. What he is doing. Peep means he was looking quickly at that time. Uh, evidently means obviously. Obviously, he didn't like his meal. See, might be he didn't like his meal to be so completely shut out of sight, and it was shut out of, it went away from his side because he kept all the table and the chair in front of him. So he cautionally, means carefully advanced a step or two, making a sort of rumbling noise. And then he made some type of a rumbling, means a long deep sound, rumbling noise he made. And in this, in his throat, from his throat he made such type of noise. Uh, Noise in his throat which seemed to shake up a little station house. See, he made some type of noise and that would help him with seem that he would shake up the, he would make a, means he would alert that station master, or a little station house was there. And my end was nearing. See, shields means it's a protecting, and I, it seemed to be shake up with little station house. My end was nearing. See, his end, he was not able to do. He was not able to find anyone, and I really pitied. See, I was really pitied the woman whose lot it was to have become my wife. See, he was recalling all this thing, that he was pitied the woman was there, whose lot it was to have become my wife, to become his wife. I held up the chair like a shield and flourished it. See what he did? He held up the shield. Is a means one type of a protecting plate would be there, and he held up and flourished. Means to wave around. He was moving around to make others see, that other can come to know. And the tiger hesitated and fell back a step or two. And seeing this, the tiger was hesitated it, and he moved little bit back a step or two. And now once again we spent some time watching for each other's movements. See, now again they were watching it. The writer was watching at the tiger, and the tiger was the look of that writer. And again they were watching each other's movement, what they were doing. I held my breath and waited, and he held his breath. He stopped his breath. He was holding and waited. The tiger stood there fiercely, and the tiger was standing over there only, fiercely waving its tail. He was waving its tail, which sometimes struck the side wall. That's it was stuck in the side wall when he was waving the tail, and sent forth and third noise would appear from it. He suddenly crouched down, and he crouched down without taking his eyes off me. Then he was looking at that writer only without taking his eyes off, and scratched, means he rubbed the nails the floor with his claws, and he was rubbing his its nail with his claws. With he was having a very sharp claws. He is sharpening them for me. That he was moving his claws on the floor, and what the writer say over here, that he is sharpening them for me. I told myself. Then he said to himself, the little shack had already acquired the smell of a zoo. See, he could smell of a zoo, and it made me sick, and he was sick also. The tiger kept scratching the floor, and the tiger was in that moment only, he was scratching the floor with the four paws. His paws, as he was scratching it the floor, and it was the most hideous sound. See, it was very ugly sound. It was not a pleasant sound that you could think of, and it was really in a danger moment, the writer. Hope you all have understood till here. Thank you.